18 Wheel Talk.
I swear to God, Patrick.
What are you swearing to God for?
Because I can. I shouldn't, but I did. I'm so sorry. Help me, Jesus.
Baby Jesus, please help me.
Look, we started with a prayer. Amen, brother.
Amen.
Amen.
Welcome to the 18 Wheel Talk Podcast Show.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to take you on a roller coaster ride of the 18 Wheel Talk kind. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, we're not just a podcast for truckers.
That's
We're
right.
much more, much more.
That's right. We're going to give you a little humor, a little laugh, a little. Hey, what's going on today, Patrick?
I don't know, Shannon. What's going on?
We're going to talk about something
How you
fun.
doing?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the ever-changing role of families in
Family.
America.
America.
He takes a drink.
Why do we want to talk about families?
Well, because we have dysfunctional families in America.
Oh, well, that's
no,
always
I
good.
meant functional. The function of families in America, not dysfunctional.
Yeah,
my bad.
I agree with it. Dysfunction. But,
yeah, I know
mean,
all about your dysfunctional family.
I mean, come on. It's like pandemic 2020. Everybody got to know everybody.
You got to. Many
families got
moved,
to get together whether they wanted to or not.
Some families moved back in together, like multi-generation and siblings moving in with their siblings' families to save money.
No,
and it was like,
no.
wow.
No.
The things I read and saw was amazing.
I'd rather go into poorhouse.
I went down a rabbit hole watching videos.
Besides, my brother couldn't handle us all moving back. with his bunch going there, yeah, right.
Imagine if all his kids and then you and I and Kyle
Right,
and Liz
exactly.
and Larry all went to Scott's house. Oh, come on, we'll just bring mom and dad back too. Just come on. Not to mention that is even taking into account all the dogs.
So mom and dad take visitors on a rotation every 2 days.
Okay, we're claiming first and staying.
Yeah. Yeah, every yeah, right.
We're just staying.
Yeah,
we're staying
right.
with mom and dad. How do I claim that? Because I can. Because I'm Janet.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Okay, good.
I'll give you that.
Besides, your dad loves me.
What?
Mm-hmm. So it's your mommy.
Oh, okay.
And you're your mommy's favorite, even though Elizabeth,
yeah, right,
who will never listen
Don't
to this.
say that so
she doesn't
loud.
Know that. I know it.
You know it.
So
I know it. Hold on. I'm having microphone.
He's
problems.
having microphone problems, people.
Give me a tidbit minute here.
A tidbit.
A tidbit minute.
My opinion is, people say, "Well, my family's normal."
Well, just hold on a second.
I'm just going to talk while you play with the. You got to see this video. I'm usually the
go to 18 Wheel Talk YouTube. 18 Wheel Talk / YouTube.
I'm usually the one with microphone problems. His is like all over the place.
You are fucking with my shit.
Wow, what is it, like 2 minutes? Get
not even 5 minutes, baby. I'm ready to go.
Anyway, I'm usually the one with microphone problems.
All right.
His is all over the place, up, down, around.
Is this working? Hello?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Whew, that was exciting.
I caught my headset on it, and it pulled and jerked it all around.
So you've been jerking. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm professional up top and I'm partying down below.
Oh.
Go to 18wheeltalk.com/YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
And this is what episode is this, Patrick?
We are on, I believe, 28.
Episode
already.
28. So you can see what he was doing. He was really playing with that microphone.
I fucked it all up.
Twice already. Enough. Stop it.
I'm debating on putting the microphone arm up here and having it dangle in my face, but I don't think I got enough cable to do that.
You're a dangly.
Do something like this, like the radio DJs actually do,
Yeah, Dingleberry.
But I'm not used to that.
Yeah, it looks like that. We still haven't told people what we're talking about. I mean, we told them families in America, but I started to just like give them some info, and you're like, no, stop.
No, stop. Wait. Stop right there. I gotta know right now.
Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Well,
all right. Anyways, Of course, you're my family.
Oh God, no.
Hello.
So the function of families in America, the definition of the function of families in America is the physical maintenance and care of family members.
Okay.
The addition of new members through the adoption or procreation. Hey, let's procreate.
Let's have sex, people.
Yeah, and if you can't procreate,
and if you
practice,
didn't procreate during 2020, there's a problem.
Okay, the socialization.
Aside from the occasional hallway sex,
Yeah,
you know what that is, right?
That's oral sex.
Yeah, that's kind of like when you brush shoulders in the hallway and you tell each other "fuck you" because you
Screw you.
Fuck you.
Get out of my space. Screw you. Yeah,
that's hallway sex.
Yeah. But the function of families is also the socialization of children. And I have some major issues, and that's a whole nother podcast coming.
Oh, that's a rant for later on.
That's a rant for later on. The socialization of your children, people.
Janet has a rant coming. What?
The social control of its family members.
I smell rant number 3.
Production,
I'm owning rant number 2. You get number 3.
Okay. The production, consumption, and distribution of goods and service, and affection of the affective nurturance. In other words, you got to love your family, is what they're trying to say.
What? Who says? Who said I had to?
I don't know, people.
Oh, okay.
See, everybody, I believe you have to love your family, but you don't have to like your family.
Right. Well,
I'm a real big one on that.
I know I'm not the only one when I say, who says I got to love my brothers and sisters?
Me.
I have to tolerate them. I don't have to love them.
No, you have to love them because you were born into the family. You don't have to like them. You don't even have to tolerate them.
I have to love them, though.
You have to love them because they're family.
What?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm getting a raw shake here. I'm the middle child. And there's a lot of people out there that are behind me on this one.
I'm the youngest. You know, if you want to talk middle child, you need to talk to my brother David.
The middle child got the shit stick.
Yeah.
We got the raw deal. We got the hand-me-downs from the oldest, and the youngest was, especially if the youngest is a female, then she was the
exquisite.
I said that whoa, boy, look at fire.
I got the hand-me-downs from my sister, who was the oldest of 5, and my brothers.
If you could shoot fire out your eyes. Ooh. Well, if you were the baby of the family, of a smaller family like I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm the baby boy.
And then there's
but then there's my sister who once she come along, forget
it. And that's a whole nother, that could be like 3 podcasts all by itself.
She's the baby and female. So
and she will never let you forget it.
You God no. Hell no, she won't. She won't. Nope.
So now you know how Patrick feels about his family.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
so there have been studies about the American family.
I love my siblings. I do. Mm-hmm. From afar.
We live in Arizona. He has a sibling in New York and a sibling in Las Vegas.
They're a phone call away.
They're a video chat away. That's good. Video chat me, baby.
See them. I don't need to see them.
I have a sibling here in the Valley.
Yes.
I have a sibling in Colorado and one in Missouri. And I would have them all. I would have us all on the same block if I could have my way with my family.
Well, like I said,
we could have one big compound of McHugh's and I would be happy.
Yeah.
It could be in the mountains. I would be fine.
Yeah.
Because I'd have brothers to shovel the snow.
You kidding? I would so have a plow truck.
Oh yeah, like Chuck does. I'm sure he's got some big plow, and Jamie, by now.
He's got both of them got tractors.
I know. I like
David.
Tractors are fun.
I think David even has a tractor, doesn't he?
I don't know. He probably
does. Doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it in Arizona, but if he has,
he's got a backyard.
Yeah, a pool, and some grass. But I don't think a tractor would. He could turn the tractor around.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be big.
Okay.
It's like that commercial where the guy's got the little patch with this huge lawnmower. All he has to do is start it up. It's done.
Done mowing the lawn, honey.
Yep.
Put it back in the garage. Anyway, I would have so much fun living close to my family. I really would.
Anyways, welcome to our show.
Welcome.
If you got us in your earbuds and you're listening to us on your favorite podcast player, please leave us a review. Let us know how we're doing. Say hi. And if you're watching our video on YouTube,
tell Janet to cover her bra strap once in a while.
Smash the like button and leave a comment telling Janet to cover her damn bra strap. Get your shit together.
I'll start wearing the long sleeves.
Whatever.
Well, I usually wear a sweater. Today I went rebel and wear a tank top.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
I'm a rebel.
Smash that like button. Subscribe to the show. Hit the little ding-a-ling bell so you get notified when new videos come out every Tuesday.
Hey, could you tilt your head down? I was looking for the ding-a-ling bell on top of your head.
Ha ha ha. You fun.
I smashed the button. Yeah, I went there.
Come here, I'll smash your button.
Smash your button, baby. Anyway, so there was a study about the American family. They've been doing it for several years, actually more, 6 years.
Who did the study?
BYU. They did. This
BYU.
is the results of the
that's Brigham Young
University.
And that's in California, right?
That's in Utah.
Brigham Young, Utah. Yeah, like I said, Utah.
They've done it for 6. So the one
I thought they were in like Hollywood-ish.
I thought they were in Utah.
I don't know.
Google.
Oh, I get to Google.
You get a Google. It's fun when you
Google. I'm the goggler.
You're the goggler. So anyway, they did a study last year. That was their 6th one. I'm sure they're going to continue with it. So this year would be their 7th, but I have the results of their 6th.
It's in Provo,
report.
Utah.
Oh, look at that. Janet was right.
Yes, Janet was right.
They're a religious.
I was wrong all the time.
They are a religious university.
Okay.
So I kind of been, know a little bit about religious universities. I'm kind of into that kind of thing. And,
Yes, darling, I know.
BYU football's really good. But anyway,
Ooh.
3,000 respondents. Okay.
Okay.
So they had 3,000 people do this.
3,000 people were polled, so to speak.
That when you have multiple stressors on your life, economic stressors like money. When is money not a problem? Yeah. Unless you're over 6 figures, and even then.
Everybody in 2020 had a money problem.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't, you were in politics.
Some way, shape, or right. Or you're a lawyer.
Yeah. Or relationship problems. Okay. And think about it. If you were not used to having your spouse right on top of you 24/7, and then you both started working from home and you had all your kids at home, or even say your one stepson at home, and then all of a sudden all 3 of you were in the house all day, all the time, you had relationship stress. You should see the look he's giving me.
Wait. What are you trying to say, Janet?
Nothing, Patrick.
No, really. No, out with it. Let's go.
I didn't say a word. I just given it.
Let's talk about this. Come on.
How many months have you been retired now?
It's been 3 months.
3 months is
almost 4.
Almost 4 months, 24/7. You and Kyle. I love it, baby. Really.
I'll go back to work tomorrow. You want?
I just
when I get up in the morning, I'm going to sit down and start getting these podcasts together. I know, right? Get a job. Get out.
Hey, enjoy the ride. Anyway, you're much
you might want to get a hold of the doctor. That's a nasty cough.
I know.
That sounds like it might be a COVID cough.
Yeah. Speaking of COVID, you're much more likely to have experienced trouble once coronavirus hit.
What?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
But if you give an example like those compared to, say, financial stability and those facing problems with their finances, the ones that were having problems, say they lost their job during COVID, they're twice as likely to have said that the pandemic caused stress in their life. So if you're unemployed and your friend is employed, the unemployed person is going to say, yes, the pandemic caused stress in my life.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Did I say that backwards?
No, they wouldn't do that.
No, seriously, did I just say it backwards?
I don't know.
The unemployed one is twice as likely to have problems from the pandemic
than the one that's employed.
Than the one that still has their job.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So some of the
I think I got you. All right, let's go. Let's rewind a little bit. Say that again.
Okay. People that say that the pandemic caused stress in their life.
Okay.
If they were unemployed by the pandemic, they're twice as likely to say that than people that still had their jobs.
I got you. Now that makes sense.
Okay. Whew, it's like you were looking at me like, what the hell are you saying?
Deer in the headlight. Yeah, really. What the hell is this nonsense you're talking?
Wow, major deer jumping out in the headlight there, dude. I know I duded you. Dude.
What's that?
Okay. So what are some of the changes that you saw or read about the dramatic changes in family roles and structure because of the pandemic? I mean, it's out there.
Well,
we're talking pandemic and I'm coughing.
I know, right? More people are living with extended families.
Okay.
In 2020.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's like 25% rise or something, isn't it?
It's like 20% in more people are living with extended families this year, 25% in 2020 compared to 20% in 2019.
Okay, so there's an increase.
So yeah, there's an increase in families living together because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. So everybody's stress level kind of went a little bit like, oh shit, what the fuck am I going to do now? Some people lost their job. Some people made it work.
Some people ended up with a lot more hours.
Yes, because they didn't have that structure to where, okay, I've worked so long, it's time to take a break. It's like now you're home, you're working while you're taking care of the kids, you're working while you're it's a continuous cycle. And so your 40-hour a week job with the 70 hours when the shutdown occurred, when the conspiracy hit the shit.
But
when the conspiracy hit the fan. So when the shit hit the fan, everybody's hours doubled, but your pay stayed the same.
But it's true. But you were being paid for this, but you still had to get up in the morning and get your kid's schooling started, and you still had to take care of your job. But because you were taking care of your kid, also you ended up working instead of like a 9 to 5 with a half hour for lunch or a 9 to 5:30 with a half hour for lunch. You saw yourself on your computer for a meeting at 7:30 in the morning, and at 7:30 at night, you're still working on catching up in your work.
Instead of working your 9 to 5, you were working your 8 to 11.
Yeah, 8 to 8 or whatever.
8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky after dinner you were able to sit down and put your feet up and have a glass of wine.
Yeah, but they say that men have adjusted to the new work and life balances during the pandemic. 40% struggled, with the whole new roles of the house.
Exactly, because now they're home. It's like, hey, sorry, buddy, you're home. You're helping out.
Well, and the men are like, well, we're doing things evenly. And the women are like, oh, no. Women are saying the men are saying it's a 50-50 split. I do my half of the work.
Yeah, no.
And the women are like, oh,
and,
no,
and
buddy.
I understand, and I get it. No,
it's not 50-50. It's like 65-35, 75-25.
If the man of the house is helping with the kids, then like if he's getting up, like you guys split it. It's like you gotta. The way we talked about is we decided that, hey, let's try to give 1 day a week is our day off.
Boy, I missed that.
But you know what I mean? We when we came up with our schedule, we said we're going to try to get ahead. It's the getting ahead part that once we got ahead, we're going to take 1 day a week off.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
what happened?
It's been like this, but
let me mention that's also my fault because
it's health problems.
Health problems have nothing to do with COVID.
Right.
Health problems that got us behind.
It's life gets in the way.
Life gets in the way. So it was really hard to get ahead.
So we put in the extra effort, and that's what people are doing. That's what I feel people were doing.
But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about the division of just basic chores.
Right. Well, okay, that's what I was getting at. I mean, we said we were going to take 1 day off a week.
Yes.
And it hasn't happened yet, but yet we still, between us, I think we keep the house going pretty goddamn good.
Yes, I do. Threw you under the bus really quick.
Seriously, you backed over me.
I run that bus.
Help out. Yes. I help out. Don't you say I don't help.
You help out. Yes. But again, that's that 50-50 division. You do more cooking than you did when you worked full time.
Yes.
Okay.
You
do. You're really good about helping with dishes.
I do dishes. I try helping. I help with the girls.
He helps walk the pugs. We each walk we've divided the pugs. We've divided
it's like
with our pugs.
There's a morning and evening and night walk.
There's always at least 3 walks a day with our pugs because it's summer and it's Arizona.
So she does the morning because it goes Janet, then the butt crack of Dawn, and then Dawn. So Janet's up, Janet does the morning shift.
Before the sun rises usually, or just as the sun is rising before everything gets hot. We go for a nice long walk.
Yep.
Then Patrick does the one right around supper time. And then Kyle does one around midnight.
Yep.
It works.
Because he works nights. So
he works nights. We make sure he gets home. We're up when he gets home.
Yeah.
And he takes the girls for a walk at night.
So for the most part, it's like, all right, at first everyone was like, all right, whoa, what the hell's going on? And then people set up a structure.
Yes.
Like you said, it's more than 50-50 at first, but then people learned how to, all right.
Well, yeah, when you first got off work, when you first retired from the job, forced out, in my opinion.
Yep. That's a rant for another day.
Totally. But anyway, when you were first off work, we'll call it that.
Yep.
It was not Kyle he has chores to do because he's a child living, he's a teenager. Well, he's 20 now, living at home.
Yeah.
He's a student living at home. Therefore, he has responsibilities at home.
Yeah. We ask him to help out.
Yes. But I believe that anybody who lives in a place, they have chores. You have to help keep the house clean. You have to take care of your laundry. You have things you have to do.
It's stuff you're going to do when you're on your own anyways.
Correct.
You might as well learn how to do it now when you're
if you're under the age of 10, I get that you don't know how to do your own laundry.
Exactly.
Totally. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, but when you're 20 years old, goddamn,
when you're 20, you better know how to do your laundry.
You better know how to start that washing machine up at some point during the week and wash your damn clothes.
Otherwise, you're really going to smell bad when you go to work.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So Kyle has his stuff he does. And then I've always done the rest. Okay.
Well, because I was working third shift at the time.
That's what I said. Yeah. Because you were working. Then you got off work, and at first there was no pickup. You always have picked up the slack when I had a really bad migraine, like the one last week where I was my head under a pillow for 2 days.
Yep.
Hence, health problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you get a migraine, you get a migraine. So
there's nothing.
There's just nothing you can do about it.
You would cook and thought nothing of doing dishes and taking out the garbage and walking the girls and everything.
It has
to
be done.
Things like sweep the floors, mop the floors.
Yeah, they get on my
counters.
Get on my knees with a toothbrush and clean the cracks of the tile. No, that's not on my plate.
Dust, vacuum.
Hey,
clean counters off. The stuff that I do, nobody does.
Yeah, when you're up to it every other week, you do spring cleaning. I get it. I'm just not up to that. Not everybody's up to your standard, darling.
But to me, that's not spring cleaning.
I look at it as spring cleaning. When you're moving the plants out of the way, vacuuming underneath the plants, and then reorganizing the plants every week. To me, that's a spring cleaning job.
Okay, so when I move the toaster and wipe under it, that's spring cleaning?
No. That's like somebody should do that all the time. I'm taking
a drink. Me.
I usually do it once a week. I usually do. If I use it, I clean under it. If I do the dishes, I pick it up and wipe the whole counter down. So
from one end to the other.
Don't give me your shit. You know.
Come on, I know you do.
Don't make me
come in there and get you.
Yeah, don't make me come over there.
Don't make me come over there.
Don't make me come through this microphone.
Anyway, people differ. Like to me,
you want to see if you want to see the argument, go to 18wheeltalk.com/YouTube.
Okay. But I'm also going to be the one that's always going to sweep the front sidewalk. I'm always going to sweep the patio. I'm always aware of stuff like that because that's how I grew up.
Yeah. And you're always outside in 90 to 100 degree weather. That's comfortable for you.
Yeah. 90 to 105, 110. It depends. If it's shady, 110, 115, no big deal.
Yeah. No, that's too hot.
Okay. So anyway,
I did my time outside.
People have different views. But I know that as you got into not being at work and fighting this whole, you were forced out of your job thing, and we're not going into that.
Yep.
You started picking up the slack. And I know that all I have to do is say, hey, I need some help with, or could you do this?
Yep.
And you're going to. You're really good about, like, if I start laundry, you're really good about switching loads and helping with everything like that. You're really great about like cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, I kind of look at you cross-eyed though. Like, hey, how much, what do I set this at? How do I work this thing?
Our washer and dryer sing to me.
Where's the power button?
Our washer and dryer sing to me, and you can set the washer to
Hey,
delay up to 24 hours.
Hey, honey, I can't. I don't know where the volume button is on the washing machine. How do I do this?
Yeah, I know.
Where's the remote?
The remote's right here, honey. You have to look at
Yeah.
YouTube to see the remote.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Uh-huh.
have the remote.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we have a smart washer and dryer. My sister would say we're
We're-
not ghetto fabulous no more. We
we're-
stepped up to
We're
bougie.
bougie.
We got a washer, a smart washer and dryer, and a refrigerator that makes ice and spits water. What?
Crushed ice too.
I know, right?
So let's get back on subject.
That's great for
So
margaritas.
80%. Okay. So 56% of people say they appreciate their spouse more. Okay, because of the pandemic, they made them really sit and think. You either got divorced or you loved your spouse or the person you live with more.
Yep.
And I know some that like they're so over the person they're living with, or their spouse are like, we're done.
Yeah.
Or they really appreciate who they're with.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's like, wow, I didn't realize you did all this. I didn't realize you went through all this for your job. Because if you're both working from home, you're seeing what your spouse goes through on a daily basis for their job.
Right. And
Their
what they do at home.
expectation.
And
Yes,
what they do at home.
Correct. And 80% of parents said that parenting is so important to their identity compared to, say, 3 or 4 years ago. It was only like 70%.
Yep.
And the pandemic brought it out because now they're not just going to work, dropping your kid off at school, going to work, getting your kid home from school and feeding him dinner and playing and bathing and go to bed, helping with homework and everything. But now it's, you're the teacher too, or you're making sure that they're getting up and not just sitting at the kitchen island in front of the laptop.
Well,
they're actually doing the homework that the teacher's telling them to.
Right.
Or they're being homeschooled.
Right. Exactly. Well, exactly. Because the pandemic, it was like the kids it was online learning, and the parents are they're like, holy crap, 5th grade is hard.
Well, but even like the nail tech that I used to go to, Sarah.
Yeah.
She was doing her nail stuff from home, and her son Malik was going to 1st grade or kindergarten at first, then 1st grade.
Yeah.
From their kitchen island, and she had to rearrange so that she could see from her table where she was doing nails to the kitchen island.
Make sure he
was doing his homework instead of sitting there, or
playing
walking into playing video games or on one of his handheld, or going into the front room and watching TV.
Right. Well,
because suddenly she's not just working and a mom, she's also making sure that the kid's getting back, because the teacher had like 40 students. She can't watch 40 little faces and say, hey, so-and-so come back to the screen all the time.
Right. Well, I don't think they did 40 students online learning, did they?
Some of them had a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. Some of them had pages upon pages.
That's crazy. Yeah. If I can't see your face,
I can't. Yeah.
If I can't see your face on my screen.
Yeah. Well, and on Zoom,
right. Go ahead.
On Zoom, you can have like 3 pages of people. You can have like 75 people on some of the meetings. I've been to meetings that had over 100 people on Zoom. And when you have speaker view, and then you have it where you can see all the people participating, like thumbnails of them.
Right.
They're still active and you can see them, but it's thumbnail size. And you can flip through the pages and see all the people.
Well, yeah. And I remember that when everything went online learning, that Zoom and Skype and all these conference video people, their platforms crashed because they couldn't handle it. They had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's a breeze.
Yeah.
No hiccups, no.
Yeah. So that
they went through and they fine-tuned their craft for video online. So
as we get back to talking about families.
Sorry. But anyways, it's a struggle at first.
Yes, the pandemic really made people think about families and the role of each person in the family
and what's important.
But what BYU also found out is the number of single adults has risen like almost 8-9% in recent years. And I hate to bring up the pandemic again, but single people really struggled during the pandemic,
right, with
loneliness.
Yeah.
Well, that's obvious. If you're single and you live alone,
if you went through the shutdown and
by yourself
and you didn't have nobody with you, guess what? You went nuts. You went crazy.
You really liked it. One of the two.
Oh yeah. You're a loner and doesn't matter. But I mean, could you imagine the online doctor visits,
Yeah.
talking to a shrink online because they're lonely.
Yeah. But people are talking more about political and social issues together, like 15% higher in the last, say, 5 to 10 years than they used to. You know, a lot
Okay.
of people didn't talk about political and social things, you know. They just didn't, like social issues, you know. And a lot of people don't believe that there what's the look for? Okay, you just gave me a look.
You were skipping. I was
Okay.
gonna reach over and give you a smack because you're skipping over there.
Well, yeah, I talked about family.
Well,
Okay,
no,
I only skipped.
you were sounding like a broken record. I was gonna tip you.
No, and well, I stopped because you were
I-
looking at me weird.
I know.
Okay, and then a lot of people believe that the cost of raising a child has um you can't afford to raise a kid nowadays. You can't afford to have a kid because you can't afford to,
I wouldn't
they're
want to.
delaying raising children
Yeah,
or
I know.
having children. Like it used to be, you had kids when you were, 20 years old. You got
Yep.
married early and you had kids right away. And so you had a lot of young parents, young grandparents,
Now kids are having kids.
and yeah, but no, that's
Well,
not it.
I mean, back then, I
Back
said
then.
kids were having kids
Now it's people are waiting until their 30s to get married.
because they do so what went on during the pandemic.
Well, not just that, but before the pandemic, they're
Uh-huh.
waiting to get married
Uh-huh.
till later in life,
Yeah.
and they're waiting to have kids till later in life, which that's a whole different subject because if they wait too long, the woman can't.
Yeah.
But they're waiting to get married, waiting to have kids, or they get married in their 20s and wait to have kids. My nephew Tony and his wife Jen are a perfect example. They got married in their 20s,
Mhm.
might have been early 30s. I don't have a book or calendar in front of me, but they got married,
Yeah.
bought a house,
Mhm.
traveled.
Well, that's what you did back then.
Traveled,
Okay.
enjoyed life.
Yep.
Remodeled their house, traveled, went
Well,
to
they
Europe, hiked Europe. The
that
whole
was that
and
was the priorities they had set for each
did
other.
everything got all the traveling and
That's the
everything
right way to do it.
because they knew that when they had children that they weren't going to have that
Get your
availability to just jump and go.
Career, family, get your career set, your house, all like,
But that's not how it used to be. It's what I'm trying to say. It used to be people got married, had a kid, lived in an apartment, and eventually bought a house.
yes.
That's what I'm trying to
Yes,
say, Patrick.
I agree. And now that the shit hit the fan,
Yes.
it's all in a tizzy.
Yeah. People are getting not a lot of people don't even get married.
I know.
They just live together in sin
I don't know what you're talking about.
because someone forgot to ask someone
I don't know what you're talking about.
for permission.
Uh,
I don't know.
I know who I gotta ask.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Besides, you get married, you have marital problems. Who wants that?
I don't know. You don't get married, you might have some roommate problems. But anyway.
I don't believe it. You don't scare me.
So,
Much.
and the thing that I was really not aware of is
what?
People,
what were you not aware of?
Well, until I knew some people that did it, buy houses before you get married. So people buy a house together before they get married. Wow. I really wasn't used to that.
Okay.
No, were you?
What, buying a house before we got married?
Was I speaking French?
Well, we didn't buy a house, did we?
Good Lord, save me. I swear to God, Patrick.
Oh, you're going off southern now,
Oh, because you're driving me up a freaking wall.
That's a short drive. People buying houses together before they get engaged or married.
Yes.
What about it?
That's something that's kind of new. People didn't used to buy houses together.
Right.
Do I have to scream?
No.
You just looked at me like
you had a third eye, like right here.
Yes. It's going to pop out and explode.
What?
Oh, it's really bad, dude. Oh my God.
Oh
people.
My God.
If you want to see Janet hit Patrick, just tune in.
Stop threatening me. Just turn around. Face your camera. Yeah. Come on. Back on topic. Anyways. Anyway,
I was simply asking that question. Is that something you were used to seeing?
no,
Okay.
you
Now
got
we can go
married.
on.
You got married, and you moved from your small places of living wherever you were living. Like usually, it's like I would have a place, you would have a place, and then we move in together because we got married.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you do. You don't have separate living quarters. So then you got married. You bought a house. That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Then you have kids.
Yes.
And then you
Or
work for the man for
100 years.
100 fucking years.
Okay.
Anyways,
So
sorry, I didn't mean to make it feel like you're pulling teeth. You know, I know I'm not used to that. I'm not used to
goody.
seeing people go buy a house without being married or anything.
So the one thing that I do like on this study, one of the other studies that I looked at was families are going back to multi-generations under one roof. Your family did that for a while.
Yes.
I know that it was 2 generations. Was there ever 3 generations under the roof at the same time, other than when like Kyle came to visit? Like your parents and say Scott and Tracy and the kids, were they ever under the roof at, living
Yeah. All of us were there.
Scott and Tracy and the kids too?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, or I don't remember that.
Yeah, all of us moved back home.
But that used to be the
Because
norm.
It was. I got divorced. I moved home. Then Liz followed. Then Scott and Tracy, something happened with the place they were living in, and
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that.
I think the lady upstairs had a fire or something.
Yeah, and then they moved.
weren't.
Yeah.
They moved into the house. So yeah. So
yeah, your parents had, and
there was
their
everybody.
kids.
Everybody was there,
Scott and Tracy and the kids. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
and we made it work.
Well, yeah, but that's how it used to be.
Right.
It used to be parents,
And that was
grandparents, and kids,
That was what 10 years ago.
and then some. Yeah,
Yeah, at least 10,
yeah,
maybe longer.
a little bit. Yeah, I'd say 2008, 2007, somewhere up in
Yeah.
there. Maybe 9. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyways, but yeah, we packed that house. We made it work though.
Yeah. And the thing I always liked about your family was never defined by someone you are related to by blood.
No,
Your family always made me feel like family.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Because I was single living in New York, 450, 500 miles away from my closest blood relative,
Okay.
Leanne, and 1,200 miles from my dad, I think, probably.
Yeah, roughly.
Something like that. A day's drive, almost,
At least.
For
At least.
a normal person.
Yeah.
But anyway, and so I ended up, once I knew your family, spending a lot of holidays there and coming over just to see your mom and sister and having coffee and watching you argue with people. That was always good entertainment.
Of course it was.
Man, that was some good entertainment. I wish I'd had a video camera.
I look back at some of it and I'm like, man, I should have recorded some of it. I should have.
If I could have recorded some of those, I would have been rich.
Oh my God.
I could have put those on anything and made bucks.
I know, right? America's Funniest Home Videos would have been 10 grand richer. Bam. So,
but anyway, so there's people I consider family that I'm not related to.
Right.
Well,
it's as many people live with several friends that they call family.
Yeah.
My daughter's doing that now. She's living with a bunch of friends, but
they're family.
They're family to her.
True.
Or they're making it
family.
Yeah.
But people also have friends that they consider family. Like, push comes to shove, this is family.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of people I've known that they're like, you're closer to me than my family. You are my family.
Right.
Even though you're not blood relative.
Well, like I said, they consider family, or it's, one or two friends that live with them.
Like with a couple.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we knew, when we lived in Chandler, we knew some people that did that. Some younger people.
Yeah.
A friend of Kyle's was one of them. There was a couple that had some friends that lived with them.
Yep.
And then there was some in the apartment complex.
Right.
upstairs and behind
Yeah.
us.
Oh yeah, they were all over. I
Yeah,
mean, there
I
wasn't
just remember
just
them.
our building. There was
No,
there was a couple of them.
yeah, I know, but I just remember them, and and then a couple of them now that I think about it,
Yeah.
where you had like a couple, and then they'd have like a 3-bedroom and
Yeah,
rent the other 2 out to
exactly.
friends.
Yeah, you have a couple, or it'd be 2 couples, just depending
Yes.
on how. Because it was a 2-bedroom split. There'd be
Oh
a room on
yeah,
one
I
side.
forgot about the one girl we knew
Yeah.
that did that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, forgot about them.
So, and then if there's children, if children are involved, the extra people take on the role of helping with childcare.
Which sometimes works.
Some people do.
Yep. Some people are really good about it, and some people are like, "Oh no, not my kid, not my monkey, not my circus."
It's like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you watch Charlie for like 5 minutes so I can run to the store? I just have to go get milk for Charlie's breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks. I'll be
Or
right
I'm
back.
going to go grocery shopping for the household.
Yeah. Or I got to go to the store. Anybody need anything?
Yeah, and I'll pick everything up. You
Can
just
you keep an eye on
keep an eye on the kid.
Can you keep an eye on Charlie for me?
Yeah.
Because he's a
He wants everything.
he's a demon in the store. I don't want to take him.
Well, and the other advantage to having multiple people under one roof is just like you and I and Kyle do. It's more than one person taking care of all the chores.
Oh yeah. Like I said, we help out.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be. And that's one of the things that we actively have worked at teaching Kyle over the last couple of years is doesn't matter if you're living under our roof, under his mother's roof, under his
Anybody,
own roof.
Yeah.
The house doesn't clean itself, not unless you're a millionaire with a maid.
Magical fairies aren't going to come in. So you better work on that $1 million salary coming from the NFL if you're going to play football, buddy.
Yeah.
And then he
figure
says,
out how
then he says to me, he's not playing football. So I said, well, then you better figure out how to make $1 million salary on whatever you're doing in college.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
magical fairies aren't coming in, buddy.
Yeah, that bathroom and that bedroom are not going to clean themselves. And when you've got your own place, dishes do not magically get cleaned, and garbage doesn't get emptied.
He better invest in a place that has a dishwasher
and learn to rinse.
I get paid $10 an hour
Pre-soak.
plus gas.
You're cheaper than me.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
No, that's $10 an hour to come over, plus gas and mileage.
You're still cheaper than me.
I get $1.50 a mile.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I'm a professional driver, baby.
And the hourly starts from the moment you wake up.
From the moment I walk out the door,
Okay.
the clock, chink, I punch the clock
Okay.
until I walk back through
Chink.
my door. Chink, punch out. The time clock's right here on the desk. Let me punch this card.
So we were talking about holidays at your parents'.
Uh-huh.
And I can remember doing holidays at your parents' house and it being like, I was there, not a blood relative.
Mm-hmm.
Nick and Bear, Pat.
Yeah.
I am a natural blood.
Yes, Sean's friends.
Sean's friends being there.
My nephew.
Yeah.
Yep.
And somebody, I don't remember.
Well,
who.
like it's like, hey, it's like so and so's invited to come on over if you want to invite
Samara
them.
Before Amanda and Samara were really together. She would come over,
every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my friend. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like, and I
Same
can remember
here.
having so many people at the dining room table. The table was there, and then the kitchen table.
And then we had a table here. We had card table. It was like staggered. Like you
That's
had the
how
main
it's supposed
table.
to be.
You had the main table, then you had a card table and a card. So a
See,
step
now-
down, and then you had the kid table.
That's just like a dream for me. You know that.
Uh-huh.
That's so nice.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But-
good times.
Yeah, but
That was back
families-
in the day. Now it's like,
Yeah, but okay, but now families have kind of go off subject a little bit over here. Families have kind of blended,
yeah, we had an episode about blended
families because
I forget what episode that was. I'll have to look it up.
I don't know. We're gonna have to print that list though. But we talked about blended families because now Americans are more likely to see race as part of their identity than they were, say, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. It's up like it's increased, say, 40%. And I would bet it's increased even more than that now, that you identify with your race like greatly, especially with like Black Lives Matter coming up and all the stuff that's gone on in America. And the problems with the Asian Americans being how do I even word it?
Um, threatened, not threatened. Bullied.
Bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Attacked.
Yeah, bullied,
Attacked,
attacked.
everything.
Yeah.
So Americans are starting to identify with race a lot more. So the attitude there has changed, which kind of, yeah,
Our
makes
blended
that,
our blended family episode was episode 16. Wow,
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
yeah. So go to, 18 wheel talk / or 18wheeltalk.com /E16.
Yep, E16. Or go to 18wheeltalk.com and click on the episode library, scroll down to episode 16.
Yeah,
Got an audio and a video there. So whichever you prefer.
this is true. But families continue to change. You know.
What?
I mean, people move people in and out of their households so quickly now. And
I used to live by somebody that well, it was an apartment building. The apartment building had 4 apartments in it. And there were so many people that lived in, it's like 1 month it was one couple in the one apartment. The next month it was another couple. I'm like, holy crap. I mean, there were so many people in and out of that freaking place. It was like, you'd swear it was a crack house.
Well, my neighbor,
Serious.
You met my neighbor back in New York, Diane.
Yep.
Okay. And I know she'll never hear this, but anyway.
You watch the one time she listens. The one time she listens.
She didn't move people in and out of her house. She moved people in and out of her life very quickly. And she'd be like, oh, this is family to me. And then like and 2 weeks later, they're gone.
Oh, they're dead to me.
They're dead to me. Like, wow. Okay.
They're no longer family. They're dead to me.
But we had
I've unfriended them on Facebook. I don't know. They're dead.
Well, I deleted them out of my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I unfriended them.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Not unfriend. Don't unfriend me. No.
Yeah, don't take me off your social media.
Please don't. Don't unfollow me.
Anyway.
Speaking of which, you can follow
Please
us on
like and follow.
You can like and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @18 Wheel Talk.
But
and you can tag us at #18WT.
But we had another neighbor.
We're getting good at that.
Yeah, I know. We had another neighbor that she was single. There was like 5 of us that were single that lived within a block of each other. And we had another neighbor that like 1 month there would be like a guy living there and she'd, oh, this is my boyfriend and we're going to get married and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, nice to meet you, but and everything.
Hey, whatever happened to George? Oh, he's an asshole.
Exactly. But then again, a week later,
this is my new boyfriend, Bob.
She never said my new boyfriend. It was always, and it was never boyfriend. This is my fiance, Bob, and blah, 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 blah.
What happened to George?
2 months later, it'd be, and this is my fiance, Tom.
And Paul
and not just
Ringo.
him. It would be their kids would move in with her. I'm like, okay, you're 60.
Yeah.
And you're moving your fiance and his 30-year-old kid in with you and really? His grandchildren.
Somebody's taking advantage.
Yeah, talk about being taken advantage of, but it's okay. The last I knew, she just kept rotating men in her life because they saw an easy strike. They saw a woman who owned her own house.
Yep.
And they got to go in, live rent free for a couple of months and pawn offer,
right. And like you said, families continue to change and evolve as life does and society does.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
But it's all when people, I never like hated her or anything for it or tried not to judge her. I felt bad for her. I felt bad. I felt bad for Diane because she was always looking for that Prince Charming. I'm like, you're never gonna find him. Yeah. You're looking for something that doesn't exist because nobody was ever good enough. If the guy, I'm talking about for her.
Oh, for her. Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, wow, just kick me when I'm down.
I'm not kicking you when you're down. Don't tickle me. Turkey. Whatever.
Hey. Hey, one good thing about this pandemic is that families became closer once again. I think that's what in a nutshell, families were back in the day. Families used to be close, then they grew apart, and now they're growing close again since the pandemic.
I agree.
Because you don't want to see a family member die. There are people that have seen more than one family member get the virus and die from it.
Yeah.
You know, that's devastating.
Well, and we
So
brought
it's
the
like,
pandemic up a lot on this podcast, but which brings up the whole
well,
COVID vaccine.
but it's
People are still dying.
yeah, people are still dying. It's like, the vaccine. Yes, you get the vaccine, but these new variants, it's like,
The vaccine helps. It's not a
Yeah,
guarantee.
it's
It's like
not a
the flu
cure.
shot. It's not a cure.
Yeah,
It
it
helps.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying it's not a
So
cure.
that's
It
a
helps.
rant for another day.
Yeah, I know. You and your flu shot and blah blah blah.
You and me and the conspiracy theorists.
Anyway,
We're coming out to play. The birds is coming.
So families have changed, and I personally hope families continue to change and get closer together.
Yep.
Because to me, the biggest loss as I've grown older, from say 20 to 29, I am now, has been families growing further apart, not seeing my family as much.
Yep.
Like I said, I could totally live in an environment where my brothers and I and all our families lived close together.
It's like I've imagined, living on the same block as everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I lived on a dead end street, so it's like I can imagine, living 2 doors away from my brother, across the street from my sister, down the road from mom and dad. I get what you're saying, because I've pitched it myself.
Yeah.
And I could do that.
Well, see, and I've got a friend that I grew up with, Josie. You've heard me talk about Eddie.
Yeah.
You know him through Facebook, but Josie, her and I were friends in grade school and high school.
Okay.
Her and all her sisters, Marie's the other one I can think of. I can't think of all the sisters.
Okay.
They go to Florida on vacation every year. The girls, just the women.
Okay.
Eddie joins them at the end for a couple days, because then it's all the siblings.
Okay.
But then they have a camp where everybody in the summer brings their campers and sets up, and they're all together, and every weekend that they're available, they're out there at the camp every summer. So even though they don't live like right on top of each other, they see each other all the time, and during the summer they're able to spend time, and they spend their holidays together. To me, that's really enviable. That's something that they're able to do, and they enjoy doing.
I know at one point our family was actually talking about doing like a regular family reunion, but we got so spread out that it just kind of went by the way, because we got family in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of family in North Carolina. There's some in South Carolina. One of them was in Alaska, and I know there's a few Scott. I think one or two are in Texas, and then we're here in Arizona now, and
your sister in Vegas
lives in Las Vegas, and I think there might be one or two in California. So it's like now we're like all spread out. It's like almost next to impossible to make it
families
work.
Don't do that anymore.
Right. But like I said, this was back, 15, 20 years ago, we were all talking about it, but because we all lived in the same area.
But see, my family growing up, every year there was a family reunion. I don't remember the last time my mom's family had a reunion, but my dad's family, they were still doing family reunions. I know in 97.
I know that when Dawn, my exes had a family reunion.
I know that when Dawn was a little girl, she was, I want to say 2 or 3, there was a family reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went, like I said, we went to my brother's house in St. Louis, and then we went up to the Springfield area. I can't think of where I don't remember if it was in Lincoln Park or if we.
I mean, it's no longer around. I mean, like I said, but I think the pandemic with shutting everybody in, I think brought families a little bit closer because of the, oh my God, what are we going to do if we lose, Charlie or John?
Well, and I'm glad that when my dad made his visit out here a couple of years ago, we managed to get everybody here to our house.
Right.
Well, we were in Chandler, but
still, we were able to. Yeah, it was hot in the blazes, but we still made it work.
Yeah, we had a barbecue. We had a couple hours together where everybody showed up. It was nice.
We complained about the heat.
Yes,
and that we couldn't get.
We complained about the fact that the management wouldn't let us rent the pool area for a couple hours.
Yeah,
reserve a table. Oh, God forbid, no.
Oh no, we don't do that here. I was like, why not?
Yeah, it's like they could be making money and didn't.
But oh well.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So,
but we were able to have a get together.
Yes, we had.
With
we had a good
the
time.
People that lived here, and we had a really nice time and a really nice visit. And we had some more smaller where someone was not there. Like the next time he came out, we went to a restaurant together
But
a
I
couple
think
times.
I think now that things are starting to get back to normal, a little bit back to normal. I think because of it, families are closer, therefore they'll do more family type stuff. Is what I was trying to get.
Yes.
Like it's like if families could afford to do it, pick a spot on the map and say, all right, this year we're going here.
Well, I'm
You know what I mean?
yeah, and I do. And I personally think that my siblings and I and you will all be together this coming winter at some point
As long as it's in a warm area.
here.
Oh, good.
My dad's ashes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
But that's the reason. It's not because we're going to go celebrate a holiday or.
But we could always
Yes.
talk about it. It's like, hey, why don't we do some sort of family reunion type thing?
Yeah, well,
Just saying.
we'll at least have my other two brothers that live out of the valley because they're the ones that have to travel. David and
Right.
I won't.
Well, here, yeah, but I'm just saying, and then one year we could do it in Missouri. One year we could do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the Colorado one, Chuck, is moving to Missouri or Tennessee or Kentucky
Hey,
or.
the nice thing about our job is we can move anywhere.
I know.
That's what I like about doing this.
So, anyway, so families have changed.
Yes.
I have, like I said, I have friends I consider family. Your sister's convinced I'm part of your family. She's
Well, you
convinced
are.
I'm a Heller.
Well,
I might tell
you're-
her day and night, I'm not your sister-in-law.
You're a Heller McHugh.
That's right. I'm an O'Heller McHugh. I'm like Frankie.
Yeah.
Francine Marie O'Heller McHugh.
You just throw the Heller in there before the McHugh, and you're good.
I know.
Or after the McHugh, before the McHugh.
Heller McHugh.
And then if I put a ring on it, then it'll go after. You'll be a McHugh Heller.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Anyway.
Listen, don't worry. My balls will fall one of these days, and I'll go ask all three brothers. Don't you worry about it.
Well, you knew my dad's
It
opinion on
It
that.
might come out.
You knew my dad's opinion on that.
Well, yeah.
Since one of the last big conversations him and I had in December of 2019 around my birthday
he was giving
was,
me crap.
is he ever going to ask you? So then I said, oh, here's the phone. You ask him.
And what'd I tell him?
Mm-hmm.
Why get married? At least the marital problems.
Mm-hmm.
He laughed. He agreed.
And then he said, well, are you?
I don't know.
He might have agreed, but
I went down that road once. I've been there, done that. You've been there, done that. Why? We learn from our mistakes. You don't get married.
I have two brothers that have been married before that are very happily married.
Uh-huh. You know.
But it's all good. I'll live with you in sin, darling.
Oh, good.
In sin.
Wait a minute. Did you ever go to the church and get whatever you had to get done because you were married once before? Did you do that already? Oh, you did? In secret? And you didn't tell me? I've been waiting.
We're not getting married in the Catholic Church.
I was waiting for you to get that done.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you didn't get to know I left you? When this is done, baby, you're mine.
Please.
Oh, please.
Okay, Patrick.
Any final thoughts on the ever-changing role of American families?
Well, if we ever do decide to put a ring on it, I think we should announce it out here instead of telling your sister first.
Yeah, right.
See how long it takes her to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to do a live episode. Me going down on one knee and then not getting back up again.
I'd help you back up. We'd have Kyle behind you to pick you
Yeah,
up.
right.
He's strong enough.
Oh,
He's strong enough to pick you up.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah,
probably is. But see, the nice thing is he was raised right. He does respect his parents.
Yes, he does.
That's gone. Anyways, that's a rant for another time. I don't want to get into it right now. It's part of family. It has something to do, but it's a rant for another day.
Yes, it is. I hope
Any-
you enjoyed this. I know we got a little bit off track, everybody.
I
but
hope if we made you laugh, because we do firmly believe laughter is the best medicine. But
yes,
if we made you laugh and made your day, and leave us a
made you
review.
think about it.
Yeah, leave us a review. Give us 5 stars. If you're an Apple user, you should be able to go right to you can find us on Apple. Scroll to the bottom. I think it's down to the bottom and leave us a review. If you're an Android user, you can go to Podchaser and leave us a review there.
Or what's that one Dawn listens on?
I don't know. I don't
She
know. Well,
asked me if we were Pandora.
We're everywhere.
Yes, Pandora. She told me we're on Pandora.
But not everybody can leave a review on the podcast players. There are some that you can. There are some that you can't. Hey, if you can't,
Leave one on our website.
you can go right to if there's
Leave one on YouTube.
every episode, scroll all the way down to the bottom. There is a comment box. You can leave a 5-star rating. Leave us a review. Leave us a comment. Tell us you like this episode. And if you didn't like this episode, tell us what you didn't like about it. Please.
Tell us your family's
I
crazy
dare
too.
you. I dare you to.
Tell us your family's crazy too.
I mean, everybody's seen a Christmas. I double dog dare you, bitches. Just saying.
Leave us a review and tell us how much Patrick swears.
I swear a lot. Look. I even downloaded the beep button. I have yet to use it.
You have a beep button and I didn't know.
Yeah, remember I downloaded the signs. The beep.
I forgot.
beep.
Oh.
A beep.
I'm gonna download it on my phone and start beeping.
Whatever.
All
What
Okay.
the fuck ever.
right, peoples. All right, everybody.
Anyways, like I said. Oh, and hey, help us help breast cancer.
Yes, please.
We're in the fight. We're fighting breast cancer.
Here
Well,
he
we're
goes.
not fighting breast cancer. We're
trying to raise money.
trying to
To
help
help
raise
fight.
money to help fight breast cancer.
He-
What? Check that shit out.
He went all
That's like-
fancy schmancy on me.
That's like the coolest right
I don't even know how he does it.
We took our logo and turned it fucking pink. And then we put on a couple of t-shirts. So if you purchase any one of the t-shirts, we have 3. If you go to the number 1, the number 8, wheeltalk.com/BC support. That will take you to our page that houses these 3 t-shirts. And with your help, by purchasing a t-shirt from now until the end of October, all the proceeds from the sale of the t-shirts. Oh, look at you playing around.
I was looking for. That's not what I
All
was
the
looking for.
proceeds. You're going to distract me like, ooh, bunny ears. All the proceeds, all the profits from the sale of the t-shirt. We're gonna gather up all. We're gonna sell as many t-shirts as we can. Okay, from now until the end of October. October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Okay. Once that's done, we're gonna take all the money. We're gonna pay all the people that helped us make these t-shirts, and then we're gonna take the profits, and we want your help. We're gonna use the profits from the t-shirts, and we're going to donate it to breast cancer research.
And if you want
And it's
to
not
know,
going to be just one place. Not like we're not going to say, we're going to go to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. No, we
we're
want
going
to
to go
hear.
to as many as we can that you are interested in seeing us support.
We want you to email us. You can email me at patpatrick@18wheeltalk.com. Go to our website, upper right-hand corner. You'll see my name, email address right there. Just email me in the subject line, breast cancer, whatever, and then tell us your story. Say, hey, I personally know somebody who went through here and they survived, and I think they should do it, because we want to donate to as many breast cancer research centers around the country. Are we just going to limit this to U.S. or are we going to go to Canada, Mexico?
I wouldn't know how to donate to an out of country.
This is true. Yeah, we'll have to keep it
Only
in the
because
States.
Even though we have listeners in
I know we have
England,
listeners all
Italy,
over.
Australia,
We're all over.
Canada, Mexico,
Anywhere
and
you
I
can
forget
hear
where.
us.
I'm
we're
sorry,
there.
I forget where else we have listeners.
Germany, France,
Germany.
So we're all over.
So I'm sorry, I forget where everybody listens from, but I don't know how to do international donations
This is
for
true.
breast cancer.
This is true. Anyways, so in October we are going to do a breast cancer show. We haven't figured out if we're going to do a live show or we're going to do a pre-recorded. If you know somebody that has passed, know somebody who's fought it, survived,
let us know.
Let us know, because I don't care if we take 3-4 hours and just ramble off names. So-and-so from Idaho, survivor, just read off, and then we'll do a moment of silence and we'll read people that didn't survive. We'll read a bunch of names. And if you want us to make a donation in somebody's name that
let us know,
that didn't make it, let us know, and we'll donate. Like I said, I want to make this thing huge, but we can't do it without your help. And I figured the simplest thing is to hit a t-shirt.
Yes, please. And send us a picture of you in your t-shirt.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I'll put a slideshow on the breast cancer episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, check that out. Get your 5 minutes of fame or your 30 seconds of fame. So anyways, help us, help breast cancer. Help us save the tatas. Be a supporter.
Thank you for listening.
Smash the like button.
And
subscribe to the show. Ooh, bunny ears.
Bunny ears.
Freeze frame.
And say goodbye, Patrick.
18wheeltalk.com/YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the ding-a-ling bell. Get notified. Okay. Love y'all. See you. Bye.
Turn it up. Turn it up.